I told everyone not to get their hopes up as the Phillies lose 3-1 to the Atlanta Braves as they drop the third game of this 4-game series, and they go for the series split today at 7:15. It's overall not a good ball game in this one. You have Zach Eflin has no earned runs. He didn't even give up an earned run. He had 3 runs, but none of them were earned. It was because of a throwing error from Gene Segura, and that cost the Phillies big time in this one. And if he makes that play, I'm telling you, it was a spinning play. It kind of like went around, and if he makes that play, then they don't score, and who knows what would have happened. But instead, that was an error, and that came back to bite the Phillies, of course, in this one. You have Dallas Keuchel on the other side. Had a nice game as well. He made some comments about the Phillies. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But overall, I'm not going to say that I didn't see this one coming. This is the Phillies for you. This is the 2019 Phillies. So inconsistent. They just don't know how to play the game correctly. They don't know how to be consistent, and they're allergic to being consistent, I guess. And the New York Mets are going to overtake us because we're tied with the same record. And they're winning 7-0 in Arizona right now, unless some miracle happens against Arizona right now. If some miracle happens where Diamondbacks come back and win, which I do not think is going to happen, then we're going to be in 4th place, guys. The laughingstock Mets. This Phillies team is just so frustrating to me. And people keep thinking that we have a shot at making the wild card. Well, that's just not realistic. Let's pick it up in the top of the 4th inning. Flowers, Hilmers to left field, a 3-run shot, and it's now 3-0 Atlanta. And then in the bottom of the 4th inning, Scott Kingery grounded into a fielder's choice, and Harper scored. It's now 3-1. And that's it. That's your scoring summary. That was just pathetic, right? We had some opportunities, guys. We really, really did. And just overall, just a very, very bad performance from this Phillies team. Didn't see a lot of heart from them, of course. And, in the bottom of the 5th inning, we had bases loaded, 1 out. Bryce Harper grounds into a double play. He's been one of the most clutch people with men in scoring position this year in baseball. Not just the Phillies, but in the whole entire Major League Baseball. He's been one of the most clutch hitters with runners in scoring position, and he grounds into a double play with the bases loaded. And that really, really comes back to bite the Phillies. So they had their fair share. It's now 10-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Oh my goodness, with the Mets. Damn, man. Come on, guys. The Mets don't deserve to be in 3rd place. They deserve to be in 4th place. That's where they belong. We are a better team than New York Mets. No matter what happens in the standings this year, I definitely think the Mets are not a good baseball team. We're way better than them. I don't care what happens the rest of this year. Not a good baseball team, that New York Mets team. I just don't understand why they're so hyped. I just don't understand it. Don't care that they're winning 10-0, and obviously I care if they overtake us in the standings. But it's embarrassing for the Phillies. You have the lowly laughingstock Mets overtake it, and it really should be a wake up call. But there's been no wake up call seemingly for this team for some reason or another. Gene Segura 0 for 3, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. JT 0 for 3, 1 strikeout. Bryce Harper 1 for 2, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Reese 1 for 4, 1 K. Scott Kingery 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts, also 2 RBIs. Corey Dickerson 0 for 3, 1 strikeout. He left the game early. Hopefully he's okay. Adam Hazley 1 for 1. Why isn't Adam Hazley getting more opportunities? I'd like to know that. I really would, because he's not getting any opportunities. Cesar 1 for 3, 1 walk, a pair of strikeouts. Sean Rodriguez, our 2-10 hitting bench player. Sean Rodriguez 0 for 2. Jay Bruce 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Brad Miller 0 for 1. And Zach Eflin 1 0 for 1. And Phil Gosselin 1 for 1. And Logan Morrison and Michael Franco both 0 for 1. So with Logan Morrison 1 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So take a look at the pitching summary in this one. 3 2/3. Zach Eflin, 3 2/3. 3 hits, 3 runs. 0 of them were earned. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He pitched very well. And I do not blame this loss. I've knocked Eflin all year long. I've said how bad of a pitcher he is. But this loss is not on him. This is an exception. I'm not going to blame this loss on Zach Eflin. I do not think this is his fault. He gets slapped with the loss. He doesn't even get up and earn run because of that stupid error. So, this all in all, Just very, very frustrating. This had the makings of a very frustrating ball game, as you could tell. Garcia, 1 1/3, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Cole Irvin, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Morin, 1 inning, 1 walk. And Vincent, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And that's your ball game. It's 3-1 Atlanta. Your final score. They just somehow, well, they're a better team than we are, of course, but they know how to get it done against this Phillies team. So, and by the way, New York. I said earlier that Arizona and New York game was in Arizona. It's actually in New York, so that was my fault. But anyway, guys, very, very frustrating. You have Zach Eflin taking a loss. He's now 8-12. So the win goes to Dallas Keuchel, 8-5 on the year. He went 6 innings, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And you have Eflin, 3 and 2/3, 0 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So yeah, he gets the loss. 8-12 on the year, and you have Mark Melancon getting the save for the Braves, as he pitched an inning, no earned runs, no walks, and no strikeouts, but he gets the save, his 11th of the season, as that is enough to propel the Braves to a victory. We all know that Matt Klentak should have targeted more pitching in the offseason. There was a comment that Dallas Keuchel made after last night's game. He was asked about whether the Phillies were targeting him in the offseason. And I'm quoting this, guys. Ready? If you don't come calling, what is there to be mad about? I think a bunch of those guys in that front office are second-guessing themselves, and I would too. I mean, first of all, I think for me, what to make of that comment? First of all, I don't care who the pitcher is. I mean, he's not an ace, okay? And I think that comment was taken a little bit too far. I mean, he has a 3.35 ERA. He's 8-5. He has 81 strikeouts. He's had a decent season. Okay, it would help our rotation, but this guy's not going out there with a 2 ERA, fooling everybody. Okay, this guy is still not an ace. Okay, now it would help our rotation, absolutely, but the fact that Matt Klentak, so there's 2 things that really not really pissed me off, but bother me a little bit about this. So you got Dallas Keuchel criticizing our organization for that we didn't go after him in free agency. You got that. And you also got Matt Klentak not giving him a call. I mean, you don't even give him a call. I think that's a bad look for Klentak. I think that this organization is in dire need of pitching, and the fact that you don't even call him up is kind of a bad look for Klentak. I don't agree with it. I think obviously Keuchel, he's not an ace, right? But I think the fact that you don't even call him, you don't even bother to even call Scott Boras, who is Dallas Keuchel's agent, you don't even call him to maybe express an interest. You don't even give him a call. The fact that you don't even call Scott Boras shows. I mean, that's weak out of Klentak. I mean, you don't even call Boras. Call Boras. Like, what do you got to lose? If Boras says, the asking price, but we didn't even call Scott Boras. And I think that's a bad look for Klentak. And the fact that word got out, I think, makes him look bad. And as it should. I mean, the fact that it just shows to show you that the facts that, what I've been talking about all year with guests coming on and everything. We talked about this all year long. It's not just until recently. All year long. He went cheap on the pitching, and it showed all year, right? I know it said at the beginning of the year it's starting to show. Well, it has showed all year, right? You got Eflin. He's not the answer. I understand he's pitched pretty well recently. You've got Pivetta. He ain't it. Velasquez, he ain't it. I mean, you got all these guys who are not the answer, right? So the fact that if the asking price is too high, and that's another thing. You got to sign this guy on a 1-year deal. I mean, so the fact that you don't even call up Scott Boras is a very bad look. So I really don't like it. But I got to wrap it up here, guys, as I will be at the game tonight, 7:15, the first pitch. And it will be Teheran 10-8 with a 3.31 ERA going against Drew Smiley 4-6 as a 6.20 ERA. Tomorrow is Friday. Thank TGIF. Oh my goodness gracious! I'm so happy tomorrow's Friday. This week did kind of go by fast though, but first full week of school with full days is going to be over after tomorrow. Thank God. So I'm really happy about that. So 7:15, the first pitch. Teheran Smiley. Check out social media link in the description below. Give it a follow. Comment on this video. Tell me what you thought. Please smash the like in this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. If you have a friend who out there who's a baseball fan, send them a link to this channel. and spread the word about this channel. And I will talk to you later. Let's go Phillies. And it'll be Tehran versus Smiley. Go out there and get us a win.